Okay, so here we go. Let's just get to grips with the controls. You move with the left analog stick. You can run with X. You can also slide if you're holding the left trigger. You can jump with A. You put your light on with B. You can grab with the right trigger. And that's roughly about it. You can look around with the right analog stick and scan the environment to a certain extent. And you crouch with the left trigger. So yeah, that's all you really need to know. And what's good about it is when you move the camera, the character actually moves their head in that direction as well. So that's a good implementation. I like that. So let's get into the game. We're on the ship at the moment. There's only one thing that you can do while you're here before you move on to the next section, and that's light the little light that saves a checkpoint. You open the hatch. You just hold the right trigger and pull back, and it flips it open, and you just crawl in. So let's just stand here and look round with the right stick. So as you can see, you can look up. That's the stairs we're going to take to the next part. So let's head up. I've always been a fan of the camera work here. I love the way it pans out to show you everything. Your character gets smaller, and then it comes right back in to how it was when you originally started at the beginning of the game. I think that's a good little touch. On your left here is your first smashable object. You pick it up with the right trigger, press A to throw, and as it breaks, the black mist comes out of it, and that's that one finished. I'm not saying I'll get everything on every level. I only know where some things are when I played through before. I did explore, but didn't find a lot, so don't expect me to find everything on the way through. I also like the attention to detail here, that where we've been bouncing, our black feet marks and everything are on exactly the same spot where we jumped. I think that's a great attention to detail there. There's nothing under the bed, so we just move on from here. So here we need to take the chair and pull it over towards the door. Once we've lined it up, we can jump up from the chair onto the handle by holding the right trigger and A, and as you see the swing and get the door open. Next thing to do here is open the fridge, and you'll see a little gnome run off. There he goes. So we don't need to go up the shelves of the fridge yet. We go down to the right and go through the hole in the wall. I checked with the other doors, see if there's anything on this, but there's nothing there. So the hole is just here. If you can line him up properly, you can get them in. It's a little bit tough because it's dark, but there you go, we're actually inside. So once you get to the other side, there's a little lamp, and then you hug the gnome. I don't quite know what that does, but it's part of the game. You just give him a hug and that's it. There's nothing else really around here. You'll see a ledge there, but it's just an open box. It doesn't take you anywhere. So just go back through the hole and up the fridge now to the top level. Make sure you're holding the right trigger when you jump to climb up, otherwise you'll fall off like I did. Then you'll be able to travel all the way up. With this high section, holding the right trigger and just press A, and then automatically grab on and climb up. You've got a little run and a jump here. It's only a short one, so it shouldn't be too hard. climb up in the box, holding right trigger and O, jump up and pull the lever down. Do another little run and jump. Go through the door. Right, pull this little plank off by holding the right trigger and backwards on the left analog stick. That automatically brakes, there's nothing you can do about it, but you're slowed down by the black oil. So there's going to be a lot of these worm things here, so keep running. When you get to the big group here, jump again and push the thing down. Creates a walkway. Do another little run and jump. And then you won't see it, put your light on, there's another little checkpoint marker here. Then climb up. Now you need your light again because it's really dark here. The gnome will go. Now this is quite hard getting across here. As you see, it's easy to fall off. When you get to the end here, it's going to be another small jump, so you need to jump over the gap. So you can go up the stairs, and then you can do a jump to the other side, but it's better to follow this round this way. But this is the only time you can go that way because you're on a time limit here. You want to grab the wheel and turn it. It's twice until it locks and the light fully covers everything. Now, when you go, you have to run back, jump, keep running, and then press left trigger to slide to get in. Otherwise, the door will come down and crush you. Pull this down, the little gnome will pop out and he'll run away. You won't get to him for a little while. Go through the hole. Okay, now we're here. The camera will pan out again, and if you look up with the right stick, where we are, you'll see that creature carrying a big crate, and that's the main creature in the game. So we just climb up here, if we can get ourselves level, there we go, and then go through the gap at the top and drop down the other side. Now immediately as you drop down the other side, you won't see it. Put your light on and turn left. There's a checkpoint lamp you can light just at the back on the left hand side. So we go through this door. You want to push the door back slightly after you've come in because you won't see your objective. So if you close the door, you'll see there's a switch on the wall. You need to get the toilet roll box and pull it round. And as you level it up and you stand on it, you just press right trigger and A, and then you pull the lever down. Now the lights go out. You need to be very quick here again. Go through the gate. Keep running with X all the way to the other side, avoiding all the obstacles. And get through the bars at the other side before the lever goes back up because it becomes electrified again. And that will kill you. So if you notice that as you move, now the electric's sparking on the bars again. So you've got to be quick at that particular point. Here with this light you can go two ways. You can stay in the shadows and run across and get behind all the cover, or you can run around the back. The light doesn't cover all the back, only that particular area at the front. So once you've gone round, you can just literally, I got caught just slightly here, but you can get in. If you just wait a bit longer, the light will go back and you can just run round into this particular area without getting caught. But yeah, the light only covers the particular area at the front if you were to use all the covers. But if you run around the back, you're relatively safe. There's a little lamp there, as you've seen I've just lit it. When you get to the top, you want to go to the right, past these railings, and you'll see a ledge just down below you. Drop to that, and then drop down again, It's not too far down, you won't die. And then drop down again, and you go through the gap in this broken cage into a secret room. And there's another lamp, and there's a little gnome you can hug, hiding down here as well. There we go. So now what we do is there's nothing else in this room. I thought that this was a climbable thing to get to another level, but there's literally nothing there. If you climb up and jump, you don't go anywhere, so there's no point worrying about anything else in here. You just leave the room again now. Climb up and go back through the hole. I don't think you can actually open this at the moment. In fact, I don't even know if you can open them at all. I forgot. But that's not the room we want to go into. This is where we go in a few moments. What you want to do is go left into the other room on the other side, because there's another smashable object in there that you can pick up. It's just in the left hand corner. So once you get round here, then it's through the door on your right, then you turn left and it's right in this corner. As you can see here, there's loads of oil on the floor, strange markings on the wall, and there's handprints or something on the wall there, which is really odd. So right trigger again, and A, throw, that's up and smash. And now we'll head into the other room on the right where we were a few moments ago. Right, now we're in here, we want to go under the bed and turn the light out, because he'll come through that door. There he is. Now we need to wait for him to turn around and go out the door that we just came in, and then we can move on. Okay, now we can move. More little handprints over here in the corner. Climb up the mesh. Then you want to do a running jump to the shelf, climb up, and then run across again and jump to the shelf there, come down and go through the hole. But just after we drop down here, as we do about another few stages of the game after this, we become hungry. Stomach rumbles, we hunch over, and we need food. So this happens about 2 or 3 times. It will happen again in a moment. There we go. And then it will be one more when we get up the stairs. Then a mysterious stranger on the other side of the bars in that food hall will throw something for us to eat and we'll be okay again. But who that person is, we do not know. Right, on this walkway here, for some reason I always push this cage off the edge. I don't know why or what it's for, but it's something I always do. It's easy enough to walk around, but I just push it off the edge. We can't go through the bars because they're electrified, so we have to cross just here. I tried to climb up this, but I made a mistake, and I forgot when you put the light on, the mesh is this side, so you just climb up that. Do a backwards jump, and then climb up this mesh here. Now this takes you to one of the harder parts of the game, and you've got to have good timing to do this. There's a little lamp here, checkpoint lamp, and then right here you got to jump onto this thing that swings, but you have to wait until it's close enough to you to get onto it, otherwise you'll just fall to your death. So as it's getting closer and closer, now is the best time to go. Then you have to climb the chain, and when you get to the top you have to wait for it to swing closer again at the bottom for you to jump off the chain onto the top platform just there. And again you have to do the jump at the right time. So there's a ladder here on the left. You can climb it, but it does absolutely nothing. You can't jump anywhere, you just drop back down. So all you have to do is use that mesh on the right there, just as you go back. But I don't know what that ladder's doing there, I really don't know what the point of it is. But now when you get to the top here, you're going to get to the second hardest part, and I pressed jump at the wrong time so I dropped down. But this is the second hardest part of the game, and this is another point at which you could easily die. You've got to jump up and pull the lever. That pulls up the thing that you previously climbed on down below. You've got to pull the lever backwards so that it brings that closer in. Now you've got to push the lever forward to send it off, and you've got to run and jump onto it just at the right time and grab on the edge like that. Okay, so this area is quite easy, but I made the first mistake, so don't do what I do and pull this right hand one out, because you don't need it. Basically, I pulled the wrong one. What you need to do is go, I thought it was middle as well, but it's not. Go to the end. See, I climbed up here and you can't go anywhere. Then you go to the end on the left, pull that one out, right the way back, and then climb up. I thought you could climb up a bit further here as well, which you can't until you do the middle one. So if you drop down, pull the middle drawer out above the one that you're standing on, just a tiny little bit. That gives you enough space to climb up, and when you jump you can reach the top. Then you just do a running jump and grab onto the lever. The lights go out, pretty light on the game. You go through the bars on the other side there, come round, push that block off the edge, that brings up the rope on the other side. There's a checkpoint lamp you can light just there. Go and free the gnome from the box. He runs off. Follow him all the way back to the bars that you just went through and go back through them again. Turn left, and he's in the corner hiding, so give him a hug. Can't see much because the lights go out when the activities happen. Put your light back on, go back through the bars, come back round, and then jump and grab the noose part and travel down. where you dropped off the rope, go all the way to the right. I don't think you can open these. I tried it, they just seem impossible to open. Go all the way to the right now, back to the walkway. You'll know where you were a few moments ago. Watch these worms again. They'll appear again. So you'll see now that you're back at this walkway. So keep going all the way across. And now the electric is off for the bars you couldn't get through earlier, so you go through there. Keep going. Now this is another area where you can go the other way. You can use the objects for the shade and get across that way and follow the moving bin, or you can go all the way down to the back again and go round where the light doesn't hit. So you have to come round the block and then drop back to the back wall again. So you have to come round the front, wait for the light to be in the right position. So it's looking, that was it, come across. Hide in that corner and wait for the light again to move. Once it's gone again, you can go. I got stuck there a little bit, but luckily I got away with it. You see the light doesn't hit all those areas. Now I made a slight mistake and I had to do this again, which I'll point out. And again it was my timing that was slightly off. I came round to the back and then I thought I could get across before it came back, and I got caught in the light there. But it is possible that you can do that by going round the back. But that light killed me at that point. Okay, so this is the correct way to do it. We didn't do anything wrong at the very beginning. It was just at the end. We have to have a bit more patience. So wait in the corner for the light to pass and go back. Once it goes back, move along. Try not to get caught in the arms of that little mannequin thing or whatever it is. Stick to the back wall because it's very dark and the light won't reach. Come round the front of the cage, again stick to the back wall, then move down towards the boxes and wait there. Once the light comes back, it moves twice now, once there and a bit further over. Once it moves back and then goes back again, you can then move around the front of the cage and go through the door. When you come down these 3 steps, that platform is going to start pulling apart. So you need to run along and jump to the other side and then climb up onto that big metal box. Stay on it until it reaches the back, jump off before it falls off the edge and go through the door. Now we're at the end of the episode. There's nothing here, so we just keep going all the way along and then follow the 2 gnomes and go through the door, and that is the end of the first episode. Okay, so this will be where episode 2 starts. If you want to see more, just let me know. But I hope you enjoyed everything you've seen so far. If you haven't, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Take care of yourself out there in the world, and bye bye for now.